You've worked hard. You've saved money. Maybe you've hit some big financial milestones. Your first 100K, your first 500K, maybe you're finally debt-free, or you've landed a high-paying job. But despite all that, you don't feel rich. Instead, it feels like you're just getting by, like you should have more money by now. Why does this happen? And why do so many people who are financially stable still feel like they're not wealthy enough? Well, you're not alone. This is incredibly common. And today I'm breaking down 7 key reasons why you might not feel rich, even when you are. Reason number 1, the horizon effect. The horizon effect is a psychological phenomenon where wealth always feels just out of reach. Every time you hit a new financial milestone, the definition of success shifts further away. You make 100K, suddenly you think you need 250K. You reach 500K, now you think you need $1 million. A Charles Schwab study found that Americans, on average, believe you need $2.2 million to be considered wealthy. But here's the kicker. Even people with over $1 million still didn't feel financially secure. Why? Because we don't measure wealth by what we have. We measure it by how much more we think we need. And the problem is, most people have no clue what that number actually is. Think about it. When you were a kid, $20 felt like a lot of money. Now, not so much. So how do you escape this psychological trap? Define your rich number. Write down exactly how much you need to live comfortably. Do a future lifestyle analysis. Estimate how much your ideal life would actually cost. You might be surprised. It's often less than you think. Shift your mindset. Instead of focusing on more money, focus on more freedom. Ask yourself, do you have more control over your life today than you did 5 years ago? That's what truly matters. Reason number 2, lifestyle creep. This one sneaks up on you. As you make more money, your spending quietly rises to match your new income. What once felt like a luxury now feels like a necessity. Maybe you used to cook every meal at home, but now you eat out 5 times a week without thinking about it. Maybe you upgraded from a budget gym to Equinox. Maybe you never paid for subscriptions, but now you're juggling Netflix, HBO Max, and 6 others. And before you know it, you're making 6 figures but still living paycheck to paycheck. Here's the real trick to feeling rich. It's not just about making more money. It's about widening the gap between what you earn and what you actually need to be happy. Those who live below their means will always feel richer than those spending everything just to keep up. Reason number 3, your wealth is locked in illiquid assets. Ever feel asset rich, but cash poor? Maybe you own real estate, long-term investments, or bonds that don't mature for years. You have money, but you can't access it easily. And that can make you feel financially trapped. There's a certain peace of mind that comes from having liquid cash, money that's immediately available. A common piece of bad advice floating around online is, why hold cash? You should invest everything. But in reality, you should have enough cash to feel comfortable, not just for emergencies, but for opportunities. Experts recommend at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses in cash. But if you have, say, 80K in the cash and only spend 1K a month, you might be holding too much. The key is balance. Enough liquidity to feel secure, but not so much that it holds you back from growing your wealth. Reason number 4, you rely too much on active income. Even if you earn a lot of money, if your lifestyle completely depends on your paycheck, it can feel suffocating. There's a term for this, Henry's, high earner, not rich yet. These are people making solid incomes, but they don't feel rich because they're still trading time for money. And they're right to feel this way, because true wealth isn't about a high salary, it's about passive income. If you lost your job tomorrow, would you still be financially secure? The goal should be to build multiple income streams, whether through investments, rental properties, or businesses, so that your money works for you, not the other way around. Reason number, the social comparison trap. You ever see someone's new car, luxury vacation, or giant house and think, damn, why don't I have that? That's the social comparison trap, and it's a guaranteed way to feel poor, no matter how much money you have. Wealth is relative. 100K a year might feel rich in a small town, but in NYC or San Francisco, that barely covers rent. Here's some perspective. Half of the world's population earns less than $10,000 a year. And yet, in wealthy countries, people making 6 figures still feel broke. Social media makes this even worse. Everyone posts their best moments, the luxury vacations, the new car, but nobody posts their credit card debt. So stop comparing your reality to someone else's highlight reel. Instead, compare yourself to you 5 years ago. Are you in a better position today? That's the only comparison that matters. Reason number 6, you haven't defined what rich means to you. Have you ever actually sat down and defined what rich means to you? If your definition is just having more money, you'll never get there because there's always more to chase. Instead, think about what feeling rich actually looks like. For example, a person with 150k in passive income but only needing 100k to live. That's financial freedom. Meanwhile, someone making 500k but spending every dime, they're trapped. So instead of chasing a number, focus on how to achieve financial security, flexibility, and peace of mind, because that's what true wealth feels like. Reason number 7, you're living above your means. We touched on this earlier, but it's worth emphasizing. If you can control your spending, you'll feel rich faster. Not only does this give you financial peace of mind, it also fast-tracks your ability to retire. According to the 4% rule, if you need 50k a year to live, you only need $0.25 million as invested to retire. But if you need 100k a year, now you need $2.5 million, which takes way longer to achieve. A great quote from Mr. Money Mustache sums it up. If you can live for free, you can retire right now. Obviously, nobody lives for free. But the less you need to be happy, the faster you can reach financial independence. Final thoughts. If you don't feel rich, it's probably not because you aren't rich. It's because of psychological factors, not your actual bank balance. Want to feel wealthier? Define your rich number, avoid lifestyle creep, build passive income. Stop comparing yourself to others. At the end of the day, true wealth is measured in freedom, not flexing.